Ever wondered what if we could control the weather, particularly rainfall? As we navigate through the 21st century, we find ourselves in the midst of a rapidly changing climate, a world where extreme weather conditions are becoming the norm rather than the exception. With rising temperatures and melting ice caps, we're seeing shifts in rainfall patterns that are causing droughts in some parts of the world and floods in others. The predictability of the weather, something we once took for granted, is now a global concern. We need to take drastic measures, and quickly. Now, what if there was a way to create rain artificially? That's right, we're talking about artificial rain. Artificial rain sounds like science fiction, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a reality. The idea of creating rain to order to quench thirsty crops or replenish dwindling reservoirs is not only captivating but has been in practice since the mid-20th century. It's called cloud seeding, a process where particles, typically silver iodide or liquid propane, are dispersed into the air to stimulate the precipitation process, thereby creating rainfall. Now imagine a plane flying over a cloud. It releases these particles into the cloud where they act as a nucleus around which water droplets form. These droplets merge and grow until they're heavy enough to fall as rain. That's cloud seeding in a nutshell. But it's not just planes. We can also use ground-based generators or even drones to distribute these particles. But here's the twist. It's not about creating rain from nothing. It's about enhancing the natural process, about coaxing the clouds to release more of the water they're already carrying. Now you might be wondering, where in the world is this happening? Well, various countries have been using this method for different purposes. China, for instance, used cloud seeding to ensure clear skies for the Beijing Olympics in 2008. The United States has been using it to increase snowfall for water supplies in the Rocky Mountains. But let's shift our focus to a place where water is scarce and heat is abundant. Dubai. In the face of increasing temperatures and dwindling rainfall, Dubai has turned to cloud seeding to increase its water supply. They've even innovated by using drones to create electrical charges within the clouds to stimulate rainfall. So we can create rain artificially. But how does this impact our climate and environment? Creating rain sounds like a fantastic solution to droughts and water scarcity, right? But like any solution, it's not without its consequences. Now let's dive into the ripple effects of this man-made weather wonder. Artificial rain, as you might imagine, can be a game-changer in areas plagued by drought. By seeding clouds to induce rainfall, we can replenish groundwater reservoirs, nourishing parched lands, and giving life to withering crops. It's like giving Mother Nature a little nudge, ensuring that water, the lifeblood of our planet, keeps flowing even when the skies are stingy. But, as with any powerful tool, it's not without its drawbacks. For one, there's the potential for disrupting natural weather patterns. Remember, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. So when we force the skies to pour in one place, it might leave another place high and dry. Rain doesn't come from nowhere, it's part of a global water cycle. Messing with that cycle could have far-reaching effects we don't fully understand yet. And then there's the risk of too much of a good thing. Artificial rain, if not properly managed, can lead to flooding, causing damage to property and even loss of life. It's a delicate balance, and striking it right calls for careful planning and execution. Finally, we have to consider the long-term effects on the environment. While the immediate impact of artificial rain may seem beneficial, we're still studying its lasting influence on ecosystems. Could it affect animal migration patterns? Could it disrupt plant life cycles? Could it lead to unforeseen climate changes? These are questions that scientists are tirelessly working to answer. Artificial rain, a fascinating solution, isn't it? But it's not the only one. While artificial rain is a fascinating solution to some of the problems presented by climate change, it's not the only one. Across the globe, innovative and sustainable solutions are being employed to combat the effects of climate change. These include renewable energy, carbon capture, and even sustainable architecture. Renewable energy, such as solar and wind power, is playing a vital role in reducing our reliance on fossil fuels and subsequently cutting down on greenhouse gas emissions. These resources provide us with clean, endless energy, making them an integral part of our fight against climate change. Meanwhile, carbon capture technology is gaining traction. This method involves capturing and storing carbon dioxide emissions, preventing them from being released into the atmosphere. By doing so, carbon capture has the potential to significantly reduce the amount of greenhouse gases we emit, helping to slow the rate of global warming. On the other hand, sustainable architecture is merging tradition with modern design to create energy-efficient and environmentally friendly buildings. This practice is not only beneficial to the environment, but also helps to preserve cultural heritage and knowledge. By adopting sustainable building practices, we can reduce the construction sector's contribution to global emissions while creating resilient structures that can withstand the effects of climate change. These innovative solutions, along with others, are crucial in the broader context of climate change mitigation. They represent our collective efforts to adapt and respond to the challenges posed by a changing climate. Climate change is a complex issue, but with innovative solutions like artificial rain, we can hope to mitigate its effects and create a sustainable future for all.